Hi, I'm Christy Warnick, and I am here to give a testimonial for Peter Shink's the Terra Resonator Plus. So I have been testing this out, and I've been using the other Terra Resonator for manifesting and helping with my clients, and it's just been amazing having that product, and it's just a wonderful spiritual tool. And so I wanted to specifically use the Terra Resonator Plus for one thing, mainly to focus on, just so that I could really focus on that, have the intention of that, and actually see what the results were going to be. So I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. I have a client, their father, he's 90 years old. And so one of the daughters contacted me and said that, she would like for me to work on his mental clarity. And so I was like, sure, as long as I've got something to focus on, I'll work on it. So I wrote down on a piece of paper his name, and I wrote on there mental clarity. And so I've been using the Terra Resonator Plus specifically for this one man, mostly. Anyway, here's the Terra Resonator Plus that I've been using. And so, it's beautiful. It sits on my table, and I've got his name on the piece of paper beside it so that I remember each day. And I put him on there, and I leave it on there for several hours each day. And so I started out, and so I did divine muscle testing to see where it started at to begin with, like how out of 100, what was the number that I was getting. And I want to remind you, when you're doing muscle testing and you're testing for different things, you can get different numbers depending on your definition of mental clarity or whatever it is you're testing for. So I had someone else check, and they got a different number to begin, a starting number and an end number, but the difference that it's been over the past couple of weeks, it was the exact same number as far as the change. So mental clarity could mean something different for me or for someone else that tested it. And so I just wanted to really monitor the progress, not necessarily the starting and end number, but what number, was the change. So that was the big thing. So it didn't so much matter the beginning and the end number as it was what percentage did it change? How much did it increase for him having that mental clarity? So I started out by testing, and I just left it up to the highest source, whatever mental clarity means for them and whatever it means for, just overall the divine definition of mental clarity, whatever it was. So I just left it open to that because I didn't want to really specify it or really label it. So I just left it open. And so I tested that, just whatever that meant, it was like a 35 out of 100. And like I said, he's a 90-year-old man. He's actually doing very well. They've been clients of mine, for over a year now. And so it's been wonderful working with them on and off for the past year. And so, but yeah, it was testing at a 35 out of 100. And so, like I said, put him on the Terra Resonator Plus, his name, and the words mental clarity. And that's all I did. And I set the intention and just saw him. I saw him almost like just being younger. So I wanted that visual to go with it because intention is so much a part of this. And anytime you're manifesting, the intention is really, a big part of it, unless you just leave it open to whatever. But this was something specific. So I did that. And like I said, I pictured him just being more youthful. And just feeling that and having that thought process of being youthful and whatever that meant. And so I set that out there with it as well. And each time I used the Terra Resonator for this, I actually honored the space in which it exists. And then I would ask that it be linked to him. And so that way it was linked to him, and it was for mental clarity. So within 2 weeks, he went from a 35 that I had originally tested for, all the way up to an 80. So that's a difference of 45 points out of 100 that it increased. Like I said, I had someone else check, and their beginning and end number was a little different, but it was still an increase of exactly 45 points. So that is amazing for a 90-year-old man. So that's really great. And so I, wanted to share that with everyone, that, if you set an intention, and really I was using this mainly for that specific thing. I was using it kind of when I didn't have him on there. I do use it occasionally to put like a water bottle on, just to kind of with an intention and charge that water. I also use the Aquaware and the Source 5 as well for that, but I'll put it on there first, and then I'll go and charge it. And so it's actually, makes it even a higher vibrational drink. And so I do that. I like to mix and match the products. That's my thing. I like to really play around with things and see how they work together, and just, kind of leave it open to whatever I'm guided to do with that. So that's really great. And so just my thing is have fun with it. I did want to also mention that by using the Terra Resonator Plus, I do notice a difference in the foods and things that I do sit on it. But I haven't been testing the before and after, but I just know that I can sense that the vibration is higher, but I've been just leaving that open and not doing so much before and after testing, just knowing that it is better. But that was the one thing, though, that I did want to experiment with this mental clarity, because I was like, okay. And so I had been doing some light wave sessions and some other things for him, but having that specific intention on there really made a difference, because it just really lasered in on that issue, that improvement for him. And so with that intention, it really magnified it so much faster than anything else could have done that with. And so that was really great. The other thing I wanted to stay with the Terra Resonator here. So what I was guided to before that even was, I have the regular Terra Resonator, just the one that came out before the one that came out first, I guess. And so I have this, and I was guided to, and I've done other testimonials about this and had fun with it. So I was guided to actually mix and match some other of Peter's products with this. And so this is really, I want to inspire people to really get creative, because what came to me, just came to me to do, was to take the Terra Resonator, and then I had the Mer Compass Rose, okay, and put that on top of it. Each of them I would activate, and so I would put it on there on top of it, just like that, okay. And I'd mentioned this in a video before, but I wanted to show you. I've got 4 I Am pyramids, okay. I've got I Am Healthy, I've got I Am Source, okay, and I've got I Am Presence, and I Am Unconditional Love of Self. And so I was guided. I had 4 pyramids, and there's 4 corners of the Terra Resonator. So I was guided to kind of within an inch of the corner of each one of them, on the corner of the Terra Resonator was, and let me get this off and I'll show you what I did. So it was about that far apart, but I would sit one of these on each corner, and I set them all on a desk that I have, that I kind of move things out of the way. And so I put those on each corner, okay? And then I left it there, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when I had it set up, okay? I took a picture of it. So here is what it looked like, if you can see that. Okay, so that's what it looked like originally. And then something said, you can add a little bit more to it. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I added a amethyst. I put this behind it, okay. And then I had a couple of rose quartz that I put. These were more just to bring in that extra love. Amethyst was more with the intention of manifesting as well, to, you know, to work with the Terra Resonator. And then I was guided to, I have all of the HFA products. I've got the mini, I've got the one for travel, I've got the plus. So the plus was a little bit big for the desk that I have. So I got the one that's for travel with the intention of harmonizing all of these. So I put this on there behind it as well on the same desk. Okay, and so really go with what you're guided to do, whatever feels best for you. You know, just think outside the box, as Peter always says, without overthinking it. Just go for it. Just do it. See what, you know, see what happens, and just leave it open to really no expectations, but yet expect the unexpected at the same time, if that makes sense. And just leave it open. So once I got done, and I used like a little pyramid too that I have before I got Karen LaGrange's pyramid. I had, this is what it looked like after I put all of my lists, and I have on here, this side I've got my list, on this side I've got all the lists and names for my clients and some family members. So they're here, and I was doing a family healing back here for one of my clients. So I've got all of their names and intentions on this big desk, okay? And so everyone has noticed a difference with this since I've been doing this, and I've been doing it on and off. I do it regularly, almost every day. I think there's a couple of days that I didn't kind of hook it back up, but I kind of take it apart at night, or just kind of unlink it at night, I guess you would say, and just to kind of so that it's just a really nice energy for everyone, and it gives them and I may start and see how it works, hooking it up and connecting all these at night and leaving it off during the day. So I may test that and see how that works, but at first I was guided to do it during the day. So that's what I've done. And so I just wanted to share all of this with you. I even have someone that's her hair was a little bit thinning in one little spot somewhere in the front, and I put her, I already had her name on there, but I put on there specifically that her hair to be restored and rejuvenated. And she said it's actually growing back. I mean, within a week, she noticed a difference of it growing back very quickly. So with specific intentions, it really does target in on those, but it's like the energy flows out to everything around whatever I put together with these. And so it's all about intention. So I just wanted to encourage everyone to get creative with these products. And even if you have the mini, you know, get creative with it. I've got the mini as well. So, and I manifested the plus and the mini by using the Terra Resonator, and then that's in one of my previous videos. So, and it happened within days. So it was pretty cool. And so I wanted to share this with you and just give this testimonial for Peter, and also to let you know, like I said, don't overthink it. Just go with whatever you feel. Don't question it. Just do it, you know, and just go for it and have fun with it. And these are amazing products. And as you can see, I have quite a lot of his products. And so I love them. I use them every single day. And they not only help me, my family, but also my clients. So if you're if you have clients, if you're, you know, self-employed, or if you're working somewhere, you know, these can help the people around you as well, you know. So if you're working with other people, especially if you're a healer type or a light worker, and I mean, these work amazing too as support. These are additional support to my sessions that I do. So they get put on this table, and they get this additional support after the session. And I'll leave them on there for a couple of weeks after the session. And so they do get that additional support. So that's even an added bonus for the clients. But it's just helping more people, knowing that it's, you know, even though I have these products and tools, they're not just for me. I'm using them to help other people as well, you know, clients and family members. So it's just wonderful. And I highly recommend that you know, even if it's just for yourself, or your family members. They work really well with animals as well. So, you know, I just suggest and recommend that you, if you don't already have any of these products, you know, check into them. Go to his website, see what they're all about. It tells you so much in the descriptions of them. I mean, he's got so much information there on his website, which is moderndaymystic.com. And so these are just some of the ways that I use them, and I'm getting even more creative with them, but I have noticed a big difference with connecting different ones together. So they work really well that way. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you all again soon. And I'm sure I'll have another testimonial for you about something else that's come up, because I'm continuing to play with these and to see what comes up with them and how they work and work together, and it's just leaving it open to any and all possibilities. And that's what I strive to do, is to leave myself open and believe. I truly believe and know that anything is possible. So I open up and just do what I'm guided to do, and it seems to work out that way. So I will see you all again soon. Thank you all for watching.